All right, this is your video for median, mode, and range. Yesterday we talked about mean, which was your measure of center. This should say measures of spread, excuse me. So median, mode, and range are the measures of spread, okay, how much your data is spread out and all the stuff in between. So the first number, or the first vocabulary word we're going to talk about is median. Median is the number that's in the middle of the data set. So think about this. I'm going to draw a picture. So here's a car. This is my lovely car. Okay, it's driving down the road going this way. Think about it like in front of Tippett. Here's our school, right? Here's Tippett. So we have cars going this way. And then we also have cars, my lovely car, not an artist, obviously, that are going this way. And in the middle, maybe not in front of Tippett necessarily, but farther down the road, there's this grassy area in between. Let's take Tippett out of here. We can think about I-35. So IH-35. There's this grassy area in between. So the cars going this way and the cars going this way are separated by this grassy area. This is called the median. That's literally what this is called. It's called the median. It's in the middle of the road. The median is in the middle of the road. So median is the middle. That can help you remember that. So what do you do if there are two numbers in the middle of the data set? Well, we're going to find their average. So we add them up and then divide by 2 because there's only two numbers in the middle. So we're going to find the average or the mean of those two numbers like we did yesterday. The next vocab word we're going to talk about is mode. This is the number that occurs the most. Okay, so mode and most both start with MO, and what do you know? 4 letters and 4 letters. Okay, they both start with MO, and they're both 4 letters each. So the mode is the most. Okay, so it's the number that occurs the most often in a data set. So if you have a data set with a bunch of numbers, and in there's like 15 5s, that would be your mode. There's more 5s than anything else. Okay, so that's your mode. It occurs the most. Can you have more than one mode? Yes, you can. Okay, so in a data set, you could have 15 5s and 15 4s. Those two numbers occur the most, but equally the most, so you have 2 modes. Can you have no mode? Yes, you can. You can have a data set where there's one of each number, so there's no mode. All right, number 3. We're going to talk about the range. The range is the difference, and we know in math that different means to subtract. So it's the difference between the highest and the lowest number. So the highest number minus the lowest number. That's how we find the range. It's your range of data from the lowest point to the highest point. What's the difference between those two numbers? So let's look at an example. And from this data set example, we are going to find the median, mode, and range. Your first step on every single one of these problems, please, please, please do it from the very beginning. Your first step, first and foremost, is to order the numbers from least to greatest. You will save yourself so much heartache and pain if you do this first. So let's put these in order. I don't see any 1s, but I see 1, 2, 3 2s. Notice how I mark them out as I write them down so I can keep track of what I'm doing. I see 2 3s, then I see a 4, then a 5, then a 7, and then a 9. Okay, so let's double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, I got all my numbers on there, and they're in order, least to greatest. So the median is the middle. So I'm going to copy these numbers down. 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, 7, and 9. So to find the median, this is how I do this. I cross through them, and I go beginning, end, beginning, end, beginning, end, beginning, end. I know Miss Dedion, she underlines hers. Whichever way works best for you. I like to cross mine out. So I'm going to cross one out, the beginning and the end. Beginning, end, beginning, end, beginning, end. And what do you know? I'm left with one number in the middle, so my median is 3. If I were to be left with two numbers in the middle, so let's say, for instance, there was another 9 on the end here, that would have left me with 3 and 4 in the middle. So what I would do when I get down to two numbers, like we did up here, when I had two numbers in the middle, I would average those two numbers. So I would have done 3 plus 4 is 7, divided by 2 is 3.5. So the median would have been 3.5, or halfway between 3 and 4. The mode is the one that occurs the most. So if I look here, I've got 3 2s, 2 3s, a 4, 5, 7, and 9. So 2 occurs the most, so it is the mode. I could have had another mode. If there would have been another 3 in here, I would have had 3 2s, 3 3s, so 2 and 3 would have been the mode. Remember, you can have more than one, or you can have none at all. So if I just had one of each of those numbers, I would have had no mode. The range is the difference from the highest and the lowest, so the high minus the low. My highest number is 9. My lowest number is 2, so 9 minus 2 is 7. Okay, so let's practice finding the median, mode, and range of the following data sets. Remember, step 1 is to always order them from least to greatest. So let's do that. I have a 3, I have a 6, a 7, a 9, an 11, and a 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I got them all. All right, so the median is the middle. So let's start knocking them off. 3, 12. So beginning, end. Beginning, end. Oh, I have 2 left in the middle. So I need to find the middle of these two numbers. Smack dab in the middle. Well, some of you can look at that and say halfway between 7 and 9 is 8. But if you couldn't see that, what we do is add the two numbers together. So 7 plus 9 is 16. And then I take 16 and divide it by 2, so that would be 8. So the median is 8. The mode is the number that occurs the most. But if you look, I only have one of each number. Okay, so there isn't a number that occurs the most, so the mode is none. The range is the highest minus the lowest, so high minus low. So that's going to be 12. Minus 3, which is 9. Okay, number 2. Remember, step 1, put them in order least to greatest. So I'm looking, it looks like 32 is my smallest number. I have 2 of those. I don't see a 33, but I have a 34. I have 2 35s. I have a 36, a 38, a 41, and then a 69. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. I always double check my numbers just to make sure I didn't miss anything because it's really easy to make a mistake. All right, so the median is the middle. So let's start. Beginning, end, beginning, end, beginning, end, beginning, end. I have one number left in the middle, so that is my median. My mode is the number that occurs the most, so it looks like I have 2 32s, and I have 2 35s. Those two numbers occur the most, so I have 2 modes, 32 and 35. And the range is the highest minus the lowest, so the highest is 69, the lowest is 32, so 69 minus 32. 9 minus 2 is 7. 6 minus 3 is 3. So the range is 37. That's how you find the measures of spread, median, mode, and range. So remember, the median is the middle. Think of the median, the grassy area, is the middle part of the road. If you get down to 2 numbers in the middle, like we did here, you find the average of them. So add them together and divide by 2. The mode is the one that occurs the most. 4 letters each. Go start with MO. You can have more than one mode like we did here, or you can have no mode at all, or you can have one mode, right? You could have 15 modes. Like, there's multiple ways you could do this. So can you have more than one mode? Yes. Can you have no mode? Yes. The range is the difference, so you're subtracting between the highest and the lowest. So it's just the highest number minus the lowest number. That's the range.